So in this video, we're going to talk about a more advanced type of data, and that's going to be an array. So you've seen strings now, which are like words or letters, and you've seen integers, you've seen doubles, and I mean this is just the tip of the iceberg. But even what we're going to next, which are arrays, those two are not too advanced, but they're definitely a crucial part, and they get you thinking about how to work with different types of lists. So the way I like to think about an array is it's essentially just a list, the same way you would list out your groceries at the store. So if I want to write banana, right? Item equals banana, then I've created a word that says banana. But if I want to create a list of all my groceries, maybe I want to create a list of items. So maybe I want a banana and an apple and an orange and a kiwi. So if you look at this list is started with one of these square brackets and it's ended with a square bracket. And each item is separated by a comma, and it's important that the comma remains, outside of each of these quotations, because if I go and I put it in here, notice it's red. It's kind of telling us, hey, that's not really where it should be. So that comma should be outside, and its color should match these brackets here. So now I have a grocery list of 4 items. So the biggest thing is that in code, counting starts at 0. So this is not item number 1. This is item number 0. This is item number 1. This is item number 2, and item number 3. Now if I say print groceries, I'll get the whole list. But if I say print groceries and I want just the first item, I can say show me the 0th item. I'll hit run, and now it's showing me banana. And it's only showing me banana because I asked for item number 0, and I can ask for that using these square brackets as well. I can also add to groceries by saying, I can just call groceries, and I can say append, and I can add a new one. I can say add blueberry. If I run through it, now we didn't print it, so it didn't show up here, but it did show up here. Scroll that out, and now I have bananas, apples, orange, kiwis, and blueberries. And blueberries is the last item in this list, so things get added to the end if you use append. Another thing I can do is I can actually run through this list and do different things with it. So I can say for grocery in groceries, print grocery. So what that's essentially temporarily doing is it's assigning each of these to the temporary variable grocery. And as long as I'm within these two curly brackets, I'll be able to refer, each time it runs through this loop, I'll be able to refer to each item in this list as just grocery. So when I hit run, it ran through it and it printed bananas, apples, orange, kiwis, and blueberries, just as I asked it to. So I said for every one of the groceries in these, to make it even simpler, I'll actually make this called grocery list. Go ahead and change that everywhere. So for each grocery, to make that even easier, I'll make it say each grocery. Now it looks like as close to plain English as possible. So for each grocery in grocery list, print each grocery. And that's exactly what we see here. Just to help you kind of delineate what was where. This. We hit run. We look down here, and we want to see everything. We want to pay attention to everything underneath these. So you can see it ran and it showed us banana, apple, orange, kiwi, and blueberries. Now if I were to run this exact same set of code, before I added blueberries, what you'll find is that it did not, in fact, print blueberries, because at the time that had run, blueberries was not part of this list. So if I hit run, you'll notice that between all these dotted lines and the dashed line, between all these dots and the dashed line, that blueberries was never mentioned, because blueberries was added after the fact. And afterwards, when we did try to now print through the list, it does show us blueberries. So this kind of gets you introduced to the basics of an array. There's plenty of documentation online and many tutorials, and if it's something that you guys are interested in, I can go into further depth with arrays. But otherwise, this should get you through the rest of the tutorial that we're going to be working through. Alright, thanks guys.